Hello! Oh, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Hello, Darren here, the Creative Minimalist. www.thecreativeminimalist.com, selling my Planarchy wares at www.planarchy.uk, and my musical creations at www.thistempleeden.com. Hey, and this is before I have the coffee. See, I can be chatty. Yeah, I'm an introvert. I'm very, very quiet most of the time. Honest. I want to say boo to a goose in the street. Not that I see many gooses in the street. Or even geese. See? Look, now I'm thinking about what I need to say. I think far too much. I was thinking the other day, why don't I have any tattoos? I don't have any tattoos at the moment. I love tattoos. I think they're great. But the reason I don't have any tattoos, I think the reason I don't have any tattoos is because I just can't decide. I can't make any decisions on what I should or should not have tattooed. I'm so indecisive. I overthink things ridiculously. I overthink them, even when I capture them. Midori, what's that doing there? I don't know. I've got far too many journals again, but I have been journaling away, and I thought I would just share what I've been up to. Still using my little traveller's passport Midori. This is really nice, but I want to use it a whole lot more. But I use this as my wallet, keep all my or lack of money, but cards and stuff in there. Just throwing that over there. What have I been up to this week? Lots of stuff. Look, we're on Sunday already. Sunday, but look how planned and organised I am. Look, I've got the next week's set up. Well, I've got quite a lot of work and stuff to do next week. I'm still using a day per thingy, but obviously still sort of going ahead. I want to get out of that habit, but I think I'm going to finish the couple of journals that I'm using at the moment before I try my next experiment, or I might just give up and try it. Who knows these things? And I'll get to that in a moment. But I've got sort of stuff which I've done. I gave up on yesterday. But what I've found is I'm getting quite a few gaps at the bottom of the pages. So I've ended up sort of doodling in things, doing little bits of drawing and stuff in them. And I'm wondering if that's the beginning of moving towards one journal to rule them all. It's possible, because I've started doing notes and work within here as well, and that could be very, very interesting. This is my whole month of stuff I need to do. I started to laid out my month. It's birthdays, mum's birthday, brother's birthday. Oh, it's a full moon. Oh, it was a full moon. The full moon's gone. Look at that. Had a good day on Samhain, All Hallows Eve. That was nice. Didn't go out much. I had a headache, but who knows these things. That's the bullet journal. The bullet journal's going quite well, but I'm starting to move almost everything into it. I put into the back my weekly review. Mentioned the weekly review before, and it was asked about. These are some of the things that I'm doing on my weekly review. I'm adding things to here. So I use a little app called Pocket Money to keep tabs of my money, or lack of money, or whatever. Whether I'm flush or whether I'm a pauper for the day, but just to keep track of what I'm doing. So that's there, so I make sure I've updated and checked that. But these are things I'm doing. So I check my website, check the Etsy store, Dropbox can get very messy very quickly, so I just check and review that. I keep a work in progress folder on my Dropbox. GarageBand, because I quite often create on the iPad or the iPhone and then move on to Logic on the laptop for making music. Notes app, I use to collect notes. Drafts app is another note-taking app which I really love, and I wish if anyone is listening that it was on the laptop as well, but it's only on iOS at the moment. Music Memos is a little music thing which sometimes I take ideas from here into GarageBand, then into Logic, so that's what that is. I've got a little inspiration folder with images and things. Inbox to zero, that's what I always try and do. Backup, make sure I back it up on the laptop. Then just checking through all the journals that I have, if there's anything which is unchecked, unbulleted, not finished. Got an A4 Project Moleskine that I use for a ticket to write, which is writing prompts and things. And then I've got my songbook and song list. So I've got my weekly review there as a list, which means that when I get to Friday in my bullet journal, I just have weekly review, and that's all I need to do. I go weekly review and then flick to the page. I should actually list what page it is, if I was doing it properly. If I was really good. If I was really good at these things, that's what I do. But one journal to rule them all. So is this what I'm moving to? So this is my sort of journal, daily sort of journal where each morning just sit down and write stuff. But I'm also sort of starting to write things that need to be done here. So in the morning I will have this in front of me, my bullet journal just to the right. So any ideas from here go straight into the bullet journal. But really, could that just be one journal? And that's perhaps what I'm moving towards. I do sort of make the odd images, doing an Into the Wild Woods challenge at the moment. Then got into November. Actually, that's I can't remember why I pulled those ones. I think that was to do with San Juan, actually. So before the November challenge started, I'm losing track of it all. But just sort of writing things and sort of where I am and what's happening, where I'm going, where I'm heading and stuff, and thinking of things. But I'm just wondering if this could all be in one journal. Now, and linked to that, see, I have actually thought these things through. You may think I'm just rambling on, but I do have a point to everything. There is some focus in this journal, in this video, you know. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I've got this songwriting journal where I put all my songs into as I write my songs. Now, I mentioned, I thought the other day that perhaps I could put my songs into my bullet journal or the all-in-one journal. But the reason I thought no was... sorry, I'm taking far too long. I need more coffee to think and talk quicker. I thought, hold on, it takes me ages to write a song normally. And so what would happen is I would start an idea on my day, and then I'd end up with half a dozen sort of unfinished ideas, and then I'd move on to a new journal, because that's my normal songwriting process. But hey, hold on, Darren, you're just making excuses for leaving these songs and not finishing them. So I will, I think, pretty sure, start putting song ideas into my bullet journal, all-in-one journal, when I hit that, because it will then force me into finishing the songs, or at least moving them to a time where I've got them elsewhere because I've then put them into Scrivener. So I've got them in PDF format for myself. So the point is, what I'm trying to, in a roundabout way, what I'm trying to get to is I think I'm making excuses for not heading to the all-in-one journal. And excuses are never any good, because that's not planning my way. That's not the Planarchy way. When I make excuses, I'm just making excuses for excuses' sake. So I think certainly the songwriting could move into the day bullet planner journal thing. We shall see. I'm pretty sure that's going to be an experiment, and how soon, I don't know. Just wanted to share my art journal. Normally, what I'd say it's my art journal. It is art. I got told I am doing art. But I primarily use this to try out ideas, because I'm learning. I really have no idea what inks, what pencils, or anything to use. But basically, this is a lot of trying out ideas and stuff to see what works. So that's really what I end up playing with in here. Various different pens and things to see how they work, and inks, and messing them up, and that's what I basically do. So using my Spectrum Noir pen, to just play around with stuff. So that's what I do in my art journal. Can that go into an all-in-one journal as well? We shall see. Anyway, I've spoken for far too long. You got better things to do than listen to me prattle on. So I shall see you soon. This is Darren, the Creative Minimalist, www, the Creative Minimalist, saying goodbye, and plan your way, because this is my way. This works sometimes for me, not always, and that's why I'm constantly changing things to see what does work. Until next time, plan your way. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, love and hugs.